Hello, this is Ruth Ann. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this month's installment of the Blue Bin fragrances. I'm going to show them to you here. So if you haven't been here before, just to make you familiar with how this works, this is my method of shopping my own collection and trying to use up some of the fragrances that I don't pull for as often. And sometimes it's not necessarily one that I'm not using. It's just one that I want to use up. I just pick what I want to pick. That's all there is to it. There's really not a lot of method to it other than maybe it's something that's been neglected. That's the majority of the ones that I'm picking, but some of them I like and use, and I just feel like adding to the group as well. So I'm just going to get started, and I'm not going to go over official notes because I've been using these extensively for about a month now, and 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say. And I want to give you my impression of them truly and how they wear rather than what they say, the notes that are prominent, or to go on for Grantica and look at what other people's opinions are. I want to just give you my straight up opinion. So I'm just going to start with this one. This is an Avon fragrance. It's in a special limited edition bottle, and this is okay, it's Haiku, that's what it is. Sorry, I just for a moment forgot the name. Haiku is kind of like, to me, everything that I wanted green tea to be. So Elizabeth Arden's green tea is just a very overrated, overhyped fragrance in my opinion. It's really weak. It's too watery. It doesn't have lasting power. I have never understood why it's such a beloved fragrance, and I've actually seen other reviewers say that it lasts all day. I don't know. For me, it's like a body spray. It lasts less than an hour. This, however, Haiku, is a soft green. It has that same Asian, transparent, light, airy, fresh kind of feel. There's a greenness. It does smell a lot like green tea. It does not lean grassy at all. Almost a little like clover, I would say, but in a good way, with some freshness, white musk. It's just refreshing, especially on a hot day. Does it have terrific lasting power? No, but it is better than green tea, for me anyway. This lasts a good 3 to 4 hours. For these kinds of light, fresh fragrances, it's about all you can expect. I do have a body cream from Avon that's Haiku as well, and I layer it with this, and that does help. And I'm almost done with the bottle. I'm down to about here on the bottle. So hopefully I can use this up soon. And I do recommend it. It's a lovely summer fragrance. Okay, next up, this is Modern Musk by Maison Alhambra. If you can see that here, Modern Musk. Now, this I have really enjoyed. This is good for year-round. This is not what I would consider a summer fragrance, but it's not also winter. I think it's good year-round. To be honest with you, excuse me, I just noticed that the cap was off on that. I had to fix it. Anyway, it smells a lot to me like cherry incense. Now, back when I was tween, 11, 12, 13, and me and the girls and my sisters wanted to be cool, or thought we were cool, we would get those little cone incense things. They were extremely popular at the time. I don't know if they're popular nowadays, but back then all of us kids were kind of into cone incense. It was really cheap and it was available. And it was a way to experience scent without having to burn candles and spend that kind of money on candles. So anyway, it smells a lot like that, and the cherry incense specifically. It's not 100% cherry incense. I would say it's probably 80%. When I spray it, that's my first thought is, oh, that wonderful nostalgic cherry incense. It's got the cherry scent without the smoke. There's nothing in here that's smoky. It's just the essence of that tart cherry incense, and it's not, don't get me wrong, this is not cherry. This isn't fresh cherries. It's not candy cherries. This is cherry incense. It's supposed to be a rose-dominant musk fragrance, and I think that's what I'm smelling there. That the rose mixed with the musk, to me, is coming across as cherry incense. It's beautiful. This lasts a good 6 to 7 hours. It's not very expensive. This came to me as a recommendation from C Chronicles. Her channel is, she's this lovely African woman, and her channel is almost all Middle Eastern fragrances. And I've got several in this collection here today that came strictly from her recommendations. Again, her name is C Chronicles. That's CEE Chronicles. You probably know her because she's a big YouTube person. But anyway, highly recommend this. Really pretty if you like that kind of a fragrance. Okay, next up is one that was, I would say, a little less successful. So Picky Rose, of course, this is a dupe of Rose Prick by Tom Ford. And the manufacturer on this is Fragrance World. This is a Middle Eastern fragrance, and it's a subsidiary of some other, I can't keep up with who owns what in terms of the Middle Eastern fragrances. But this is by Fragrance World, and I'm not a fan of this. I'm just not. Now, I have not smelled Rose Prick by Tom Ford. This is like you had roses and musk with a side of barnyard. I mean, I get some filthy, dirty, barnyardy kind of a funk in here, and I don't know if that's oud. It probably is. I don't know exactly. I tried looking it up a long time ago on Fragrantica. At that time, it did not have a page. I don't know if it does now. If you know anything about what that nasty note in here is, please let me know. I would love to know. But I don't care for it, and I tried really hard to like it. I wore it. I ended up wearing it primarily while I was running. Sometimes fragrances that I really find challenging, if I wear them before I go running outside, and I don't run for hours. I only run about 5K a day. And I really test a lot of things. I try to like fragrances by being outside in the wind, and I test them that way too to see what their lasting power is. And I didn't like it. I don't like it. I didn't like it when I first tried it. I didn't like it all the times I tried to like it, and I still don't like it. There's something awful in this fragrance. So I cannot recommend it, and I will not replace it. In fact, I will probably donate it because I really, really dislike it. All right, up next, I was much more successful with this one. This is Musk Mood by Lataffa. And if you can see here on the top of the bottle, it says Lataffa. Here's the front of the bottle. It's got, this is a sticker, and then it's got this fabric and glued around the bottle. And this is a series put out by Lataffa. They also have Oud Mood. I don't know the whole, I'm not a big oud lover, and I'm trying to be really, really careful with buying Middle Eastern fragrances because I don't have the best luck with them. But this is a winner. This is an absolute banger, and I would say of all the fragrances in my collection, this is probably up in the top 5 in terms of compliment getting. It is a beautiful Egyptian-like musk. It's warm, sexy, skin-like, like a clean woman at the beach. I know I've tried many times to explain what Egyptian musk smells like. It's one of those things, it's like, what does a rose smell like? Well, rose smells like a rose. Egyptian musk smells like Egyptian musk. It's a beautiful, natural body type of a scent. And this has a slight bit of soapiness to it. It's not, however, what I would call a soapy fragrance. This is a warm yellow Egyptian musk. Primarily, there are a little bit of aldehydes in here that sparkle in the beginning. I love that in the opening, and it dies down really, really quickly. So if you don't like aldehydes, but you love musk, you could probably do this without a problem because the aldehydes really calm down very quickly. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's sexy. It's warm. It's sunshine in a bottle. It's going to the beach on a warm, hot day, and I don't know. I just absolutely love it. It's ladylike. It's fresh and clean. Like I said, it does lean a little soapy, but not too much. That's only in the background. And I cannot recommend it high enough. I did buy another bottle because I have enjoyed it so much. This is the packaging. And the top comes off like this. And here's the new bottle. And because I was afraid I was going to use it up, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through the bottle, and I just don't want to be without it. It's a nice heavy bottle. It's got a great sprayer. The lid is metal. It's not, it doesn't clank down on with, what's the word? You know, when I'm doing these videos, sometimes I blank on the dumbest words. It doesn't have a magnetic, that's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't have a magnetic top, but it does have a nice hefty feel to it. So anyway, part Blue Bin, part haul. Very happy to have a backup, and I will probably use this up this summer. Next up, I have Madame Rosha, and this is by Rosha, the House of Rosha, which is a French perfume house. I have not looked this up lately on Fragrantica. I have looked it up in the past. It's one of those 1950s, 60s fragrances that has a ton of notes in it. Very complex, but it doesn't, I was going to say it doesn't smell complex. That's a little too simplistic. There is a complexity to it, but it's not, it's not overdone. It's not one of those complex fragrances you're like, okay, what on earth is going on? I've got one perfume in the opening. I've got a completely different one in the mid. I've got a totally, you know, what's going on in the base. Doesn't smell anything like, it's not like that at all. This will evolve, but it will always kind of smell the same. This is a very strong amber fragrance. There's musk in here, florals. I would say probably yellow florals. Dry yellow florals with a lot of amber and musk. And the amber in here is extremely smooth and classy. This smells like a cashmere sweater in the fall. Not the greatest for summer. And I didn't wear it enough because it just didn't seem to fit. I don't know even why I picked it out. I just hadn't worn it probably since last fall, and I wanted to experience it again because I absolutely love this fragrance. Out of all of Rochas, I have about 3 or 4 from this house. This one is by far my favorite. Absolutely gorgeous, ladylike. This is something that a lawyer would wear to court. This is something that a housewife could wear doing the laundry. This is another one of those go anywhere, do anything. It's got a lovely high quality bottle. The sprayer is great. The cap is heavy metal. And on top of all of that, it lasts 6 to 8 hours, and you can easily get this under $30. If you go to discounters and look for testers or buy it on eBay, not expensive. Absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend. All right, I have 2 more. So this one is another Sea Chronicles Made Me Buy It. This is Shahd, Shahd by Lataffa. This is supposed to be a dupe of something, and I don't know what. So I can't give you comparisons about what it's duping. I think it's Burberry something or other. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is just a fresh floral, a fresh, clean floral. Rose is what I get here mostly, and I pick up some peony-like fragrance. It really is fresh first, floral second. This is not a sweet fragrance, so it's not at all cloying, but it's kind of preppy, and there's nothing Middle Eastern about it. There's no funkiness, there's no oud in here that I pick up anyway. It's just really, really lovely. And let me see. Yeah, there's a prominent fresh note. In fact, it almost borders on aquatic. That's how fresh this is, but it doesn't quite go into the aquatic realm. There's nothing green, there's nothing funky. It's just a beautiful, fresh, clean, innocent floral fragrance, and this could be worn by anyone of any age going anywhere. You could wear this to a wedding, you could wear this, going to brunch, just sitting around the house during the day. It's a beautiful summery spring summer fragrance. Probably not the best for fall winter because it's so light and fresh, but the lasting power on here is good. I would say at least 4 to 6 hours, which is considered good nowadays with perfumery. So again, Shahd by Lataffa, I do recommend it. It's beautiful. All right, one more, and this is not to be underestimated. This is Shalomar by Guerlain. And if you watch my channel at all, you may remember that I picked this up for $5 at one of those antique malls. And my guess was that the owner of that stall had bought it and didn't like it. And so she put it up there for $5. And it was full when I bought it. It looked like it had really not been used at all, maybe a couple sprays. And this is how the dent I've put in it. And just briefly, I'll give you my very brief history with Shalomar. I had as a gift from my sister-in-law, she gave me her old bottle of Shalomar, and it was the EDP, Eau de Parfum, and it was a dauber bottle, and it was a bottle that she had been using since the 60s when she left home. She's considerably older than me. And she would go to the mall, the Guerlain, they have a shop at the mall. They've got one whole floor of their mall there. She lives in Montreal, and it's all perfume. And she would go there to the Guerlain counter and have it refilled. Well, she retired and didn't want to wear it anymore, so she gave it to me, and I could not make friends with it. Now, this is the EDP. No, I'm sorry. This is the Eau de Cologne. Or no, Eau de Toilette. I am sorry. This is Eau de Toilette. And what I'm talking about, my first bottle of Shalimar was the Eau de Parfum. So that one was pure bug spray on me. Lasted all day, of course, strong as can be. Of course, every perfume you really don't like is strong, right? I would only put a couple of dabs on and I would smell it all day. Really strong, but man, it was bug spray. It was no good on me at all. So I got the Eau de Toilette, which is the original, from what I understand, of Shalimar. This is when they first brought it out, it was an Eau de Toilette, and I've been trying really hard to make friends with it. So I've watched some reviews where women will say, I know I've been wearing it, and it's kind of like it's cat pee, it's funky, it smells dirty, it smells carnal, and then all of a sudden your mind has to kind of turn on and understand it, and then all of a sudden it's creme de brulee and vanilla, right? So when I first spray this, there is a funky, the Guerlain, which is their kind of signature scent, is there. I don't really love it, but I don't hate it anymore. And then when that calms down, there's this beautiful ambery creme de brulee vanilla. But there's also a smoky incense quality to this. It really is a mysterious fragrance. And again, I wore this running several times, and I did make friends with it. I was finally able to wrap my mind around it and come to like it. In fact, I wore it earlier today when I was running before I took my bath, and I noticed that a lot of that Guerlain that I find so unpleasant in the opening, really, I'm not noticing it as much. And what I'm getting in the initial spray now is a beautiful, classy, unique take on vanilla. And it smells a bit like creme brulee. That's one of my favorite desserts, if not my absolute favorite dessert. And less of the smoky, incensey stuff. But it is there. You get touches of it. But it's kind of like in the beginning, it's more of the unpleasant notes. And then the more you wear it, the more you smell the pleasant notes. And one asks oneself, why? Why do you work so hard to like a perfume? Well, I don't really have a good answer for that, except that it's a challenge. It's interesting. Remember, perfume for me is a hobby. It's also because this is such a renowned classic that it's part of me that just refuses to dislike it. Like, everyone else seems to like it, and I should too. And so I'm going to keep, wearing it and keep understanding it. But if you've ever owned it and you've struggled with it, try a different form. There are so many. There is eau de cologne. There is just straight cologne. They all have their different take on Shalomar. These flankers are not carbon copies of one another. This is very different than the eau de parfum that I had initially. And that I ended up giving to my husband and I have 4 daughters. And the youngest daughter, she lives nearby to us. And I gave that to her. And she wears it and loves it. Smells great on her. It's bug spray on me, like off. Like deep woods off, like really bad. But this one is really nice, classy, and it lasts hours. It's eternal. You spray it on, and the next morning you will still smell it. It'll be lighter, but you'll still smell it. It's for $5. It's probably one of the best deals I've ever gotten. So that is my Blue Bin special. Now I'm really looking forward to picking out a new set of fragrances to wrap up summer. And I'm going to film another small haul video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.